Hi, I'm Ricky. Welcome to MentorcliQ's Mentoring Soundbites, where we answer some of the most common and important questions professionals just like you ask about starting, managing, and growing their mentoring programs. In this video, we're going to talk about next steps. As a program administrator, putting in the hard work to get programs off the ground feels great, but once your programs are launched, you may start wondering what comes next. Mentoring programs aren't self-sustaining after all. Even with software giving you a lift, you'll need to maintain the program, scale it across your organization, and evaluate its success. We have a few tips to share on what you can do to get the most out of your newly launched mentoring programs, and some sage advice from mentoring program leaders at other organizations on how that looks in action at their companies. In an ideal situation, your mentoring program participants take complete ownership of their meeting schedules and communication. That doesn't always happen, however, especially when participants have a million other responsibilities. You can help smooth the process for everyone in multiple different ways. For example, you can automate meeting reminders so that participants don't let meetings slip by unnoticed. You may also want to create milestones that help reduce the lift for mentors and mentees on what they should be focusing on when they meet.
If you do a mentoring program that incorporates something other than mentoring, such as a curriculum, projects, presentations, group meetings, all those things, you want to be very thoughtful about how you package it up. So one of the mistakes that I've made is using too many different platforms. You already have MentorcliQ. Let's say you already have MentorcliQ, that's one platform. And if you have an LMS and you run the curriculum through the LMS, you're now two platforms. If you incorporate some sort of online discussion group, like through Yammer, for example, now you've got three platforms. If you're using Zoom for meetings, now you've got four platforms, and so on. So early on, I used a lot of different platforms because each platform delivered a piece of the puzzle. And over the years, I have simplified the use of platforms. That has made a big difference. It's much less confusing. I think what happens is individuals, we are now accustomed to just being fed step-by-step learning. And of course, if you create an e-learning, then it's step-by-step, you click next. But a multidimensional program, I don't know how you would organize it in a Captivate or a storyline package. It has to be much more dynamic than that. And therefore, you've got to be very thoughtful about how you package it up so that it's as simple as possible for the participants.
Don't be surprised if problems start rearing their heads not long after the program launches. Whether those are human-based issues or problems related to the design and implementation of the program, be prepared to start the troubleshooting process on day one. The worst thing you can do for the long-term viability of any mentoring program is to put off or ignore small problems until they become big ones. Additionally, don't assume participants will always tell you about problems immediately. Unresolved issues could fester unless you're proactive in asking for participant feedback at a regular cadence.
Ultimately, the program is for them. They're our customer. So we wanted to get them engaged to make sure we had their feedback and input in the design process. So I would say that they were very instrumental in helping us decide which competencies we wanted to agree upon with respect to what people would sign up for, either to be mentored in or to be an expert or a resource for. So I think that was one of the biggest contributions that they provided, and it really provided them a feeling of ownership. Of course, we didn't have everybody in our program participate on the project team. We had a subset representative sample, but overall, they felt ownership in it. They were thankful to be asked to be a part of it, and I think we got a better product from engaging them in the design early on, because there were some things that they highlighted that we ought to focus on that maybe we wouldn't have thought of. So.
Question: when is the best time to start looking at your program data? Answer: right now. Regularly checking in and evaluating your data supports the last point of troubleshooting problems. First, checking data early will uncover any weak spots in your program design. For example, if you expected to enroll 300 people and only 100 people enrolled, you'd want to know as soon as possible. Waiting until weeks after the program starts to check enrollment data would risk delaying the effectiveness of the program. Quite obviously, evaluating that kind of data assumes you have the right tools in place to automate data collection. If you don't, evaluating data will be a challenge to say the least.
We also take a look at, the number of participants broken out by level within the department or level within the company. We also look at our gender and race ethnicity. It is a diversity program. So we always like to look and see, has that increased? And, is this truly helping our diversity efforts and strategic goals within the company? And just the one-off emails and, the feedback that we receive from employees. And then we also look at, the hours. The MentorcliQ sends out the quick click on a monthly basis. So we also look at how many hours are our participants spending on mentoring, and to see the increase year over year has just been, it's great to see. And you can definitely tell that there is a need for the program.
As your mentoring program progresses through its cycle, you'll likely start to see where it has weaknesses and strengths. Start planning for how to improve the effectiveness of the program early on. You'll save yourself time and stress by planning for changes mid-cycle rather than starting the process after the program ends.
It's amazing because we received a lot of good feedbacks of the program, especially in these geographies that they don't have any mentoring program. So they were amazed about the quality of the matching that we could perform in the platform. They were something that helped us, I think, with the coronavirus situation was that all the partners were manage their relationships through virtual tools. And this was not a challenge because this is the way that we were working. So I think it was also nice. They love it to have the opportunity to be in touch with employees in other countries and with any difficulty to manage it. So I think it was a very good feedback also. And we also received a lot of feedbacks of improvement for the second edition. So the duration of the program. So we decided to extend, to be more flexible about the time of the program. So before it was just 6 months. And after all, we realized that some partners would like to extend the program. So now we have this kind of flexibility. And also some partners, some mentees realize that they need also some training opportunities, some training to be able to implement their project. So we connected our mentoring program with our training opportunities to provide the training in the moment that the mentee is in the program. So I think when we are listening our employees, we receive a lot of good feedbacks, and we'll continue to do that.
When your executive teams approve a budget for programs, they ultimately want to see results. This is your time to prove that your mentoring program strategy was worth the spend. Draft your ROI reports before you meet with executives. Make sure to verify the data and make that data highly visible. Point out areas where your program has shown success, but also identify areas that still need growth. As long as you're using the right mentoring software, most of that ROI data should be readily available. All you need to do after that is a little plug and play, or get a data whiz at your organization to help you make the data shine.
Know the outcomes you want to measure, and then measure those on a regular cadence. So I report on a quarterly basis, and it's not on just ROI. it's on other metrics and measures that are of interest and are important to our program and its success. So having multiple ways to look at success, as well as Jana was saying, the qualitative piece is so important, because I have so much good stuff with the qualitative piece and things like that are really helpful. So that would be my piece of advice with thinking about some ROI best practices.
Mentoring programs aren't something you can easily set and forget. The participants, data, and program structure require regular maintenance and care. The good news is, as long as you do have a software in place, the lift for all of those is much less, saving you hours of time each week. What roadblocks have you encountered after launching mentoring programs? Let us know in the comments below. For even more mentoring tips, check out the links below the video or visit us at MentorcliQ.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get updated on mentoring best practices like these.